A warm welcome back to your latest industry recap. From Southwest developments to news over at Lufthansa that is of more the sad nature. Why not begin with Southwest, who are attempting to reduce costs across their business, cutting specific hiring and making other necessary adjustments. Outlined in a staff memo, the airline's CEO Bob Jordan has confirmed that cost-cutting measures will be implemented to stabilise the airline. Moreover, there'll be a focus on improving financial returns to ensure stability, and making this change is required on multiple fronts rather than just one. Southwest will first pause specifically corporate hiring and internal promotions to improve margins and cut costs across the business. The pausing of hiring specific roles is not something that is typically uncommon. It is seen industry-wide for airlines or airline groups that are looking to limit their outgoings maybe during a more turbulent period. However, Southwest has also confirmed that it will suspend most of the upcoming summer internships that it would have taken on, and is also cancelling team building events across the business to try and limit its outgoings, believing these are not necessary in a time where it is trying to prioritise its finances. Hiring needs will be studied from internships to promotions, and also just regular day-to-day ground employees that are joining the company. Southwest wants to get to the bottom of every avenue of expenditure and find ways to limit this while optimizing the available assets that it does have. By analyzing these fundamental areas, Southwest will only then be able to resume hiring right across the business. However, the process will take time and is not an overnight job. Southwest has been focusing on its financial performance more than ever of late, and says that 2024 was a solid year of making progress. However, that progress hasn't yet translated to a complete rebound. The US carrier therefore finds itself still quite a substantial distance from achieving its end goal, which would be to have industry-leading profit margins once again. The company is also aware that it could not simply step away from this focus for the risk of losing all the momentum that it has built up, and as a result, Southwest is expected to go even harder in 2025 and truly commit to turnaround efforts, in the hope they'll be able to stop these cost-cutting measures sooner rather than later, which is obviously the number one priority. Big changes are also taking place at the business. This is not necessarily new developments, but I believe will aid the story I'm trying to tell here of raising revenue and trying to find ways to become more profitable across the long term. Southwest is aware that they reside in a highly competitive aviation industry, which can be unforgiving at the worst of times, let alone the best. Moreover, despite them being a staple, they're aware a lot has changed since they were first introduced, and because of this, more focus than ever is being placed on catering to customers' requirements as we reach 2025. The company has already announced plans to scrap an open seating model that it has stuck with for over half a century, to give customers greater opportunities to select their seats. Other changes will include a flexible 24/7 operation that will focus on the airline utilising its assets to the best of its ability, extending crew hours and flying through the night. The airline, which relies heavily on the Boeing 737, has felt that as time has progressed, it may not have been best utilising its fleet of aircraft with continuous operation, which is now about to change. Other adjustments will also see the carrier at a section on board its aircraft that'll come with additional legroom, thus a true premium offering to cater to the ever-evolving types of people that want to travel aboard its aircraft, all the while attempting to also raise revenues. On to the final story, and a bit of a sad one, but also the opening of a new era. Lufthansa has said goodbye to its oldest plane, an Airbus A320, registered as D-AIQS, part of now fleet renewal efforts. Reporting led by Aero Telegraph later to be confirmed by many different publications, but also you can now look at this available data via planespotter tracking websites that were able to confirm the retirement of the 320-211, first delivered to Lufthansa at the beginning of 1993, January specifically. The aircraft has therefore played a role throughout the Lufthansa group, where it has stayed exclusively from 1993 to now 2025. 2005. The aircraft operated with Lufthansa between 1993 and 2013 across a 20-year period before being transferred to Germanwings, where it operated for almost 4 years. Technically, it was in the name of Germanwings for these 4 years, but wasn't operational for all of that. After that, it was then transferred to be a crew trainer aircraft to help develop Eurowings staff members, where in 2018 it would return home to Lufthansa. It was actually painted in the unique Star Alliance white livery until 2019. The aircraft experienced a period where it was in storage. This stretched from mid-2020 through to mid-2022 at the height of the global pandemic, when we were seeing most of the worldwide airline fleet grounded. However, as demand surged back and Lufthansa struggled to take on next-generation aircraft, this unit was returned to service, only to be withdrawn on the 13th of January 2025. The A320's MSN is 401 and its age is 32 years, precisely upon retirement. The aircraft has completed a staggering number of flights, around 50,000, and is among some of the oldest A320s in the air. Lufthansa has always had a very strong relationship with Airbus, having successfully operated every commercial aircraft series manufactured by them, yet the A220 still remains on order. Because of their long history with the European manufacturer, some of now the oldest active flying Airbus aircraft are part of the Lufthansa Group fleet. They're still reliable and still carrying passengers daily. However, they won't be around forever. Looking ahead, the German flag carrier is expected to continue relying on Airbus's next generation of aircraft to power them, and as a result, only more retirements are set to be on the cards, and beloved units with stories to tell for generations will head to storage and eventual scrapping. Unfortunately, the focus must rest on the future. Beloved aircraft such as the A320 and also other planes will now be retired, and the millions of stories that were able to be captured in that fuselage will go, but the memories certainly will live on. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, do be safe. I'll see you tomorrow for your next industry news. And we'll fly.